Better, even with bigger numbers. I hate the whole go undefeated and losing the finals thing.
Yeah, I know. It's just fun. I think it's fun. Anyway,
Are you gonna
and
do a
there's so
time
much more
limit then?
drama with the top cut. Am I gonna do what?
A time limit then, since you're doing Swiss?
The time limit is 60 minutes for Swiss rounds. No time limit in top cut.
So it's gonna be top 32, or not top 32. It's gonna be top 8, 1 hour time limit, and no time limit for top 8. And are your pairings final?
That's people can start. Round one will stop at 1:30.
Perfect. So who did you want to watch first?
Let's do.
World Gone Mad?
Who's he playing?
The Sworn Monk?
Sure, that's a good one. Let's do that.
Okay, I think he's using the Neighborhood, probably is his.
Yeah, he's on Neighborhood.
Does he spell it weird?
Yes. Instead of a B. I don't see him online right now. Or I don't see his duel going. He's probably still waiting. He's not online yet.
Okay, you can pick a different one.
Just wait. It's fine. Let's see. Try to compile the deck lists into a Google Doc. Can't wait for this bot to be working. It'll be so much easier.
Right. It was rough having the bot die last week during the tournament, but
But it died? Really?
mhm.
I did not hear about that.
Luckily,
Caused it to,
I
what
think
caused
just
it to crash?
there were so many people entering at once. I think it just crashed it.
That's wild.
But we had 51 people, and like, I even saw it when I looked like to my left. I looked like 4 people like all at once. All did like the tournament lost command.
Yeah, that could be dangerous. Depends how it's recording data. I don't really know how that bot works.
But luckily, so we had somebody that was able to help while I was streaming. So we actually finished. So the week before was 44 people, and we finished in 7.5 hours. And then we finished this tournament with 51 people with the bot dying in 7 hours and 50 minutes.
Jazz. Yo, I updated my deck list after I submitted that one to you, by the way.
Did you resubmit it? Just resubmit it, and you're fine. Nick, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hello.
Yeah, his game's still not up yet, so
I changed my deck list after I submitted that one to you originally.
Can you resubmit the new
Okay.
one? That's fine.
Okay, no problem. Thank
Do it
you.
again. All right. All right. DM this dude.
there's almost. Oh no, I have the letter N there. That's why. Oops. How long are you giving people to play before a game loss or anything?
Well, because we started late, I think I'll be a little more flexible than normal.
What about after round 1?
After round one, I would do 5 minutes. Probably 10 for a match loss. Is that normal?
I think it's 15 for a match loss.
Okay, 15 for a match loss is fine. Is 5 for a game loss too strict, or
I usually do 10 minutes to find your opponent and then 20 minutes for a match loss, but that's just, I completely made that up myself.
I think I'll do
But that's without I don't do time either, so that's just to make the tournament happen.
we should do 10 for a game loss, 15 for match.
That's fine.
Let's see, I was DMing WGM. He is hosting now.
I just timed out. I didn't think you timed out anymore for
Happens once in a while.
you were still moving the mouse around. Although I just started using the HTML5 version as well. What name is he under? I don't see him.
Neighborhood with a 6 instead of a B.
Oh, he's hosting. He's not playing yet. Okay.
He's hosting, yeah.
Yep, found him.
One monk guy, I don't know. He might be a no-show.
I mean, there's some other good matches going if you want me to pick a different one.
I just DM'd the Sworn Monk guy. He's gonna log in now.
Okay, cool.
Not as well prepared as I wanted to be. I had to go on a hike this morning with my wife's family. Couldn't get out of it.
Got your prep time stolen from you.
tried to get out of it, could not. It was a nice hike.
You should have just told him it was illegal. Was there more than 5 of you?
There's 6 of us.
Alright, so you guys broke the law to go on that hike.
I don't know if that's a gathering.
No, it actually is. It's over.
Really?
Yeah, the governor put over 5 for even for walking and even
Does a
for
hike count even for that?
even for that, or even for going to the grocery store at all. They asked
That's,
for people to split up families of greater than 5 if possible for when going in to do that kind of stuff.
Just a bunch of degens then.
Yep.
Have you? Do you watch Letterkenny?
I've seen like the first half of the first season.
It's pretty funny. It sort of needs to grow on you.
No, I've watched a good amount. I do like it. I just never finished watching more of it. But yeah, after like you watch like 2 episodes of that show, like it feels like all inside jokes.
It's very inside.
All right, so it is up. If you want to join to watch the game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sworn Monk won the die roll, opened with 2 back rows, set monster. I wonder if World Gone Mad is playing Bazoo for like the 3rd tournament in the row or not. Oh, looks like he's back on control. Or Chaos Control will be my guess.
Yeah, you just pitched a Thunder Dragon, so that's a giveaway. He might play Thunder Dragon in that Bazoo deck.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's it's as many 1600s as you want in the grave. Can fuel return with a Bazoo. And it kind of lets you play card destruction, which is also really good with Bazoo return.
Right. Yeah, he definitely could still be playing Bazoo. World Gone Mad did declare that he was going to try his hardest to win this tournament. So no excuses if he comes up short this time. Tribute Summon Morphing Jar. Sack
It's absolutely wild.
for Zaborg into 3 back rows.
I mean, that Morphing Jar play.
I mean, it's not bad this play here, though, because he's got 2 dead Thunder Dragons in it. Well, I mean, 2 not real card Thunder Dragons in his hand.
Right. You don't want a Flip Jar, honestly.
It looks like he is on Chaos Control.
Right, you had a Dark Mimic. Oh, that was a nice play, hedging around the jar.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably set like a Scapegoat. It's not really going to get blown out by heavy either.
Maybe a Dust Tornado or a Wing Blast.
It's a situation where Zaborg is better than an Air Knight when you're facing 3 back row.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Zaborg is a little bit of an underrated card still. Like, at one point everyone was like, oh, it's better than Air Knight, or people were trying to test it as... I don't think it's a good Air Knight replacement. Like, it's not doing the same thing you want Air Knight to do, but it's still a good card for... Like, a lot of different decks I don't think even consider playing Zaborg that probably could use it.
It was really popular in the formats after Goat format. It got
Because Suki was limited.
Tsukuyomi is a big issue. I mean, now everyone plays, or most people play 2 Tsukuyomis in their control decks, at least so. Issue.
Attacking into goats with Zaborg and then them metaing it into Thousand Eyes sucks just as badly too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really like the format is not too friendly to Zaborg. Zaborg's still a good card relative to the other cards. It's just like what people are playing kind of counters Zaborg.
Mm-hmm. Popping a face down monster with him sometimes though is like game shattering.
Yeah. Other thing that I kind of find weird about it is it's sort of doing the same thing that Thousand Eyes Restrict does, which is monster removal. And Thousand Eyes Restrict is one of the things you're going to be able to tribute most often.
Yeah, that's why monarchs in general are kind of awkward for this format. Yeah. It's like you have a million ways to summon the monarchs in this format, but then there's like not enough even like monsters that you want to destroy with them usually. Like the best way to summon a monarch is with Thousand Eyes really, and then you already cleared the monster with it, so it's like I guess I'll play Mobius or Thessalos, who just Thessalos. There's so many Thunder Dragons out, and Mobius hits so many chainable cards, and then they just die to Suki.
Yeah, I guess Thessalos used to be better before the Thunder Dragons became popular, but you know, aside from that,
yeah,
like there's later formats where you start getting all these cards that have graveyard effects, and Thessalos becomes pretty useless. It's better in GOAT.
Yeah, like by the time, even only like 2 years after this, by the time like heroes are out, like you don't want to summon a Thessalos.
Yeah, like you don't want to discard a
Malicious or Disc Commander,
Dasher,
like Dark Magician of Chaos.
Alright, so you summon the Chaos Sorcerer just to like press for damage.
Yeah.
And ran into goats.
That seems out of character for World Gone Mad, honestly.
Yes.
I've seen him like really berate somebody over summoning a tribe to attack for damage. I guess if you have enough cards, like if his other set card is a book, I can understand. I guess. If you had break,
you had the Raigeki break.
If you had break and book, you're like, okay, well, this thing's gonna just be on the field for a while anyway. Or he possibly summoned it because he has BLS in hand and was like, if this thing dies, then my BLS is not alive.
That's a very good point, actually.
Instead of having like dead BLS, dead Chaos Sorcerer, bolt in hand. Well, not dead, but...
We got the Faith with no spells in graveyard. So yeah, that's like an obvious Book of Moon down. Because that would be your spell that you can chant for Faith in case something goes wrong.
I'll tell you what I saw a ton of in my last 2 tournaments is people playing Triple Magician of Faith again.
In like regular decks, control decks?
Yeah. A few in control decks and like in like all the Thunder Dragon Chaos decks and even the like Recruiter Chaos decks were playing Triple Magician of Faith. More than normal, at least.
Yeah. This really is like the best format for Magician of Faith. I've been playing a lot of like Yada format, and even though there's all these powerful spells, the Magician of Faith just don't trigger that much. But in GOAT format, it's like a pretty safe thing to do to send a Magician of Faith. Like you don't, especially without like Change of Heart. Change of Heart got banned right before GOAT format started. That was always a huge deal for Magician.
Yeah, like Mind Control does not take that spot that Change of Heart does, because you could still reloop the Magician of Faith if they Mind Control it.
Yeah, you also can't tribute it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's going back to them no matter what. So, like with Change of Heart, you can flip it, and then it's like, all right, now I'm just gonna sacrifice it.
Reading it is quite useful. Okay, so this dude has a BLS of his own. I wonder what he had set there. It almost seems like, oh, it's a Sangan. Okay, yeah, something to bait. Meta.
So that does
I
take
was gonna
World
guess
Gone Mad off of
He has no dark.
darks
unless-
now. Yep.
He's gotta draw meta really, or have it in his hand.
Well, he probably only plays 2. And he's still got close to 30 cards left before he drew.
Breaker's pretty good.
Maybe this. Not really. What's it gonna do? Even if that was nothing, there's BLS out though. Even if there was nothing set, oh, he had the meta, so that's actually really good.
His hand was TD meta.
That
Yeah,
breaker,
so now the breaker is doing work.
yeah, that breaker did its job there. All right, so he did not have the BLS when he summoned that Chaos Sorcerer.
It's unusual. So I think here you just attack the tokens, right?
Yeah, you don't want
Like
to get
what- you don't wanna
Suki.
attack
Suki,
the Sangan.
Suki deals with way too many cards right now.
Just attack a token.
They're asking how to submit results.
It's loss add opponent. Who?
They're asking in the chat, the stream chat.
Should I be on your page and just mute it? Probably.
It won't hurt to have that up. There's 22 viewers, so there's a decent amount of people.
Carl overslept.
Multiple times Ivan has like messaged me about decks like way late into the night to play for the tournament the next day and then overslept for it.
You really gotta like go to bed early. It's like, it's so key.
I just remembered one time we were going to a tournament. And I think it was like it was somewhere far, like a 10-hour drive. And we showed up at Ivan's house to leave, and he thought it was the next week, and just like had to like immediately pack right then and there to get ready to leave.
So, did you explain to the Twitch chat how to report losses? Do they know?
They can hear us, so
Just gonna type it.
yeah. I started to type it, and then putting the slash was like a command for. See, what sucks right here is World Gone Mad's already up in cards, and he has to play the pass game right now.
Yeah. Well, maybe one. 1, 2, 3. He's got, but one is a TD, I think, a Thunder Dragon. So he's really waiting on a graceful. And with when you have the one TD, you actually kind of want to wait for Serpent too.
Well, the one Thunder Dragon's one of his. How many cards does his deck play that can get this Thousand Eyes off the board, though?
That's a good point. His opponent's gonna do it for him.
Yeah. Monk has not played a ring yet, so he could go some crazy call ring play at some point here. The Thousand Eyes did put the Light and Dark into World Gone Mad's graveyard, so he's probably going to be able to Chaos Sorcerer him. But no, the only trap that Monk has played is Sakaretsu too, so you're right, he's got to wait for heavy or probably get beat up by these back rows. Now that he already has Suki, though, he could probably just attack over the Sangan. Like, stalling out the Sangan's not going to help him much anymore.
At some point, I almost think that it's right to just attack the Sangan with the Thousand Eyes.
Yeah, I mean,
Just just do your 2,000 damage, and especially if you don't have back row to protect it from a Suku.
I guess it depends on your hand pretty
It's like you
a
don't
lot, though.
want
Like,
you don't want to do it, but then you just lose it for nothing, right? Like,
if he wasn't ready to be on the defensive at all, though, like, if he attacked that and then, like, the Suki next turn, we know the set monster's Breaker. So, yeah, I mean, he could have hit him for 2,000 with that, and then he could have hit him with the Breaker for another damage probably the next turn, too, because the Tsukiyomi would have had to hit the Thousand Eyes. And, like, what value are we really getting out of that Breaker anyway? Hitting him for 1,600 would probably be the most you're going to get out of it. Unless he does play like one copy of Air Knight or something and wants a tribute monster. Well, neighborhood disconnected. That's a game loss for him.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I don't think he was winning that game anyway.
That was
Maybe.
anybody. That was anybody's game.
Yes, he did have his BLS, but just thought he was in a bad position most of that time.
It definitely was not an advantage, but it wasn't. It wasn't out of that game for sure.
Yeah, there was still a chance.
Do you want to wait for them to go back up or catch somebody else's game?
Let's wait for them to get back up.
Okay.
This JP guy, I guess, is not sure how to. their game back up?
Nope. Oh, there it is.
Dang, and attacking Dekoichi. That it's just such a good feeling when your Dekoichi or Dark Mimic gets attacked by Sangan.
It's like best case scenario.
Yeah.
Other than them like exiled in your Sangan, that's like one of the best things to happen turn 1.
It's a pretty key interaction.
No, I mean, it opens up a lot of things to happen.
I really wish Magical Merchant had 1,000 defense.
That'd be amazing, right? It opens up you to a turn 1 meta play, to turn 1 Air Knight play. Dekoichi on his own is amazing for that. That's like one of the best reasons for Dekoichi is then you could just swing with the thing too, though. When a field card is already out in GOAT format and someone else plays another field card, is your field card like if you like chain like MST to their field card or something, does
don't
it
think
have to resolve? Will it still destroy yours?
Oh, that's a good point. I almost think it. So is this an actual ruling that somebody has in a match?
They asked not specifically that. They're asking if they chain a card. He has Necro Valley out. His opponent played a different field card. He wants to know if he chains a spell or trap, will it resolve before his field card is sent to the grave, or is his field card immediately sent to the grave when the other field card is activated? Like, can you chain Call the Haunted to them playing Necro Valley before Necro Valley
Yeah,
resolves?
for sure. The effect definitely doesn't take effect until the field spell resolves. The question really, I think, is
Does it immediately
whether
send
it
the
would
other one to
prevent
the
other field
grave?
from destroying. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, they're gonna ask Jazz or they're gonna ask MMF and somebody else if he doesn't answer.
Somebody was trying to destroy the Necro Valley.
He didn't flip the card over yet that he's trying to chain, so I don't want to
He's
say what.
asking about it.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
told him that I can't even give him an answer until he flips the card over. Really,
That's a ruling that I don't have.
I don't know that answer either. And it's something that's changed multiple times too, I believe. Or I
Yeah.
don't. I would think it has, but they keep changing how field cards work.
Well,
But-
yeah, field cards completely changed.
Twice. I'm pretty sure they completely
Yeah.
changed 2 times. This Asura goes through. That's a big wiping. No Mirror Force played
Okay,
yet.
so I did get a ruling from James 400. The opposing field will remain on the field.
During the chain.
Yeah, apparently, it's on goatformat.com. Your rules section.
Okay.
There's an example that looks like it applies.
So I can rule that Necro Valley will stay up until the end of the chain.
So someone, yeah. Necro Valley is the one that's already on the field.
Yes. So it stays until the other field card resolves.
Until the other field card resolves, and if you play MST or Dust Tornado in response to the other field card, that other field card does not resolve. So Necro Valley would remain on the field.
Okay.
Alright. An interesting game state. I know what's going on.
I can't believe that World Got Mad just played into that.
It didn't really seem like a torrential, but
It could have
I
been
guess it
that
just-
or Mirror Force.
I don't know what was going on with that.
It was just a bad read.
BLS? I mean, is he gonna drop a second Chaos Monster for... No, that isn't even game.
Not even close. Unless he has Ring.
Gotta have a ring, right?
He would have flipped it already, right? I think that back row was already set.
Still in a powerful position. I
I
mean,
mean,
this
yeah.
dude's just setting chump blockers that are
Yeah.
gonna get banished, so... Looks
Or,
like he's game.
or he could just attack. He was fearless last turn.
Yeah. I think attacking might have actually been game. Guy's got Asaku, Torrential, BTH, Goat in the grave. How many traps can he have, you know?
Hmm.
Also, if you're going to... If you have the trap, you probably don't set the merchant, right? Like, because you could just use the trap to stop the BLS and keep your merchant.
Or use, unless you're trying to, like... See, he had Book too. I definitely would have tried to attack. Yep, it was nothing.
Yeah, it was nothing, see? I mean, it's kind of a giveaway, right? With if you set a monster and a back row against a BLS,
Yeah, I mean it depends what level up
that back row's
what level of
that back
4D
row-
chess you're trying to play, but
yeah. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, though. That back row is not real. No, people usually don't play level 40. They play level 1.
Well, God, Mad might be playing level 40 against someone that's playing level 1 and that screws you over.
Yeah. Now what is he gonna do? Like his threat density is actually kind of low with chaos control, right? Like
Oh,
BLS is really key for this deck.
yeah, I mean, for
Banished.
you don't want to look at face down monsters right now.
Oh, those you cannot remove those.
He hasn't played Nobleman
One of
yet,
those is
but
probably a serpent too. The Sworn Monk had serpent in his graveyard a couple turns. I noticed he forgot it. I wasn't gonna say anything, but for now. So even if you go into Thousand Eyes plays, you're kind of taking a risk. You need Thousand Eyes and Sook. Ooh, yeah. See, flip the. He flipped Faith for Graceful. He's got Serpent. Ooh, he's got Serpent down, so he can't use the Graceful. Interesting. WGM almost needs to kill him.
right now with this face up Magician of Faith.
I don't know exactly how, but it would be
You
nice to
could-
kill him before you send that Sinister Serpent to the grave, so he doesn't.
Well, if he can hit the Magician with a Chaos Sorcerer attack and then have Ring.
Honestly, you could hit it with a Breaker attack and have Ring 2. That's
Yeah.
13 times 2.
Something like
Work.
that he needs to happen. I mean, he kind of threw this game away, so
For sure, in my opinion, he definitely. I don't see why you don't attack.
like you already committed to putting the BLS out, and you have a Book of Moon.
Right. It is a trap. You can still book it. Not ideal, but
No,
I
but
mean,
it's
really,
like
it just
like he had
it's just not a good read.
he had a chance
That's
to
a
go
fake
for
back row.
he had a chance to go for Game Shot and an emergency backup plan, and he just banished instead.
Really didn't like his backup plan that much, but I mean, now how do you do lethal here? We're
It's
getting a little close to time in the round as well.
It's a backup plan for a Game Shot though, so it's like, wait, why didn't he just banish Book and then attack?
Yeah, that's not bad. That's actually a good play. I guess your concern is like if you attack like a Suku or a DD Warrior Lady or something, but
Right, but he could have banished, booked his BLS, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
attacked.
yeah, I like your suggestion. I think that's a pretty good play.
Granted, I also didn't think of it till 3 turns later, but I'm not playing either.
Hindsight analysis is pretty
Yeah, easy to do.
it's easy. No, I was gonna say it's kind of usually you say oh hindsight analysis is stupid, but in like Yu-Gi-Oh it kind of makes sense. You want to learn from your mistakes and figure out what the best plays are so you can make the best plays next time.
A lot of times, as soon as I end my turn, I will think of a better play.
That's a terrible feeling.
Yep.
Or you just end your turn and immediately realized you misplayed.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, as I click the end turn button, I'm like, oh, I should have did this or that.
Right, I had a better play. This guy's got Berserk Gorillas in like a goat control deck.
It's like an aggro go control deck with the Zaborg in there too.
That's kind of true. I mean, I just disagree. I think Air Knight is the most aggro card.
That's true. Wow,
For-
it's Sangin
for goat control.
again going into
He really needs this.
1,000
like,
defense.
needs the Chaos Sorcerer back row removal ring combo. That's really the only way he's going to get lethal, I think. And
Probably got a dead.
he's got a hope.
A nobleman in his hand now, which would at least turn that graceful to be not as good. He's still waiting.
He has the light and dark requirement. He has MST and heavy and breaker. Yeah, breaker is not banished. He has MST heavy and breaker. Chaos Sorcerer. Yeah, I think he only has one Chaos Sorcerer left, actually. So maybe that's the card he's waiting on.
He wants breaker too, because you don't want to kill that Sang and you want to be able to attack it.
Kill it with a sorcerer. And that's a good amount of damage. Oof. Sasuke, what is this for? You just attack the Faith, I guess?
Yeah, that's what else are you gonna do with it? You're gonna attack Sang in?
What? A good amount of damage.
If it does any damage.
This, even if that attack does damage, which it just didn't, just automatically destroyed it. Even if it had done damage, it would put him at 24. That's still not something you can.
No, the 23, you'd say, okay. You can see the
23 is a much more
reasoning.
important number, yeah. He lost.
You're gonna dust shoot him,
Bandage
maybe?
lost. It looks like most people showed up for round one. That's a little surprising.
Well, you didn't do signups till this morning, right? Or did you do them earlier?
I started them on like Wednesday, but nobody really signed up.
I say, when did that's the thing usually, is if you do signups too early, is the people who sign up first day never show up. Bottomless would be really good. I think he's got. Oh, he just wasted his call on that Sangan before, so, or used it on Sangan. I shouldn't say wasted. Well, that Mirror Force worked out. If I'm Monk, I'm probably just playing the Charity right here. I mean, I have no idea what his hand is to be saying that, but
Yeah.
if you don't have a real trap card, I would want to play the Charity. He wants Scapegoats. If he has Scapegoats, he's in the money right now. Oh, I thought it was still Monk's turn. So, my guess is that he has Scapegoats. What do you think that set card is?
I'm trying to do bracket stuff.
I
I have no idea.
No worries.
I'm not gonna make some shit up.
So meta into Senshi. So now it like almost has to be Scapegoats for him not to lose here. I guess a book on the tribe would keep him in the game. Oh, so he's got goats, but Olgamed does have that Thunder Dragon in his hand to clear him. Back row set, so He's in a much better position than we were in before.
Yeah, the Senshi is very useful here. Be targeted with spells. No traps. This dude has a lot of power left in his deck, though. He hasn't used any Trinity. Well, actually, he had used Graceful. He's just been holding it forever.
Mm-hmm.
Where's his Serpent? In hand now? Yeah, it's in hand.
Yeah, should be. Well, Monk turned that around. Now he's got a Ryu Senshi in a full field. You're doing single elimination for top 8, obviously, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That would be... Yeah. I know double elimination is more fair, but...
I mean, right now this tournament's going to go till like 7 o'clock just to get to top 8, so...
Maybe. Sometimes the Swiss rounds actually go fast, but...
I wonder how many copies of Goats World Gone Mad plays.
Good question.
Knock the Magician too, that sucks. I doubt he plays a single copy of Return, but that... You'd have to get the Ryu off the board first, too.
It's...
Someone
Who's
literally
coughing just
just join the chat, cough, and leave.
I believe so. Because the only 2 other people have been in here the whole time muted.
They just came to try to give us the digital virus.
God. Virus shit is scary, man. I don't even want to get into it. Alright.
Yeah, that was awful. Do you want to check out
Why did he?
Whitey Scoop?
Yeah.
Because he was booking the magician, and I think he just had no more answers.
Oh,
He had a Ryu Sensei on the
magician
board. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you want to watch Serenity's game?
Sure. That's Shane.
No, it's not.
Not?
It is Shane.
It's 100% Shane.
Yes. In the interview for my tournament when
Shane is the best duelist. or something.
yes.
Did I log out of Dueling Book? Too many windows open right now.
So this is a burn mirror match.
It's hilarious. Many burn decks in the tournament, they just got unlucky.
Shane probably doesn't care. I bet Shane has a great burn mirror matchup. I can already tell he does. Got BLS in the graveyard. Wow, Morphing Jar. Probably, again, better for Serenity than... That was probably Smoke Blunt's only out, the Heavy Storm that just got discarded, maybe a Breaker. $2,000 already loaded on this Wave Motion Cannon.
Wave Motion is such an interesting card. I'm just joining now. Oh, interesting. Serenity's playing Wave Motion. His old burn deck did not have. Oh, this is not a normal burn deck. This is like kind of black burnish.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So if you're gonna play like kind of normal cards like Magician of Faith, it's nice to play Wave Motion and Koala.
I like these decks. As long as you don't get Suki locked, they do really good. And they have more answers to not get Suki locked.
It's kind of fun to play these. I never had too much success with it. I got to revisit my build.
I was using a zombie one last night. I like zombies, Skill Drain, Wave Motion Cannon deck.
Ooh. The Denko Sekka sleeves.
So he's got to answer this Wave Motion right now.
Of a golem. Yeah. Yeah, this is the last turn, right? Unless he's just slow rolling an MST or Dust Tornado, and he's gonna flip it in draw phase.
Possible. He didn't scoop, so.
Hey, you didn't scoop. You gotta have something.
Got a book
Or
for no
maybe
jar. You can't set the same turn you summon Lava Golem.
Yeah.
You're gonna message him? Okay. He did not put it back. And it's about to matter. Are you messaging him?
I
Chess?
messaged both of them.
Okay. I wonder if he had game with the set monster.
Yeah, right? Like, I mean, that's still a lot of damage he has to do.
15
5,300?
secret barrels would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1,800, 36 plus another 15. That's still not 53, right? If it was
Yeah,
three, it could have been 3 secret barrels.
needs like Just Desserts and Ojama Trio.
2 secret barrels and one
I'm
other
not seeing
burn.
it.
2 secret barrels and one other burn card would have been enough.
One was Ceasefire.
Right, and then he had 3 other set cards, right?
Possibly, yeah. It was wild. Okay, there should be one outstanding match. Law Marcus. Oh, I think that guy won. Okay, so I think that was the end of the round. I'm just gonna double check.
Yeah, and then it just did round. It made round 2, so
I just went to round 2. I'm gonna give all these people the tournament player role.
I want to watch Dyro versus Reclaire next, if you don't mind. Reclaire's ranked number 1 on our server.
Oh, okay, cool. He's a new guy.
Yep. He literally said he's just playing because he's stuck at home.
Or does he normally play in real life or something?
I don't know. I just saw him write that the other day that he's playing because he's bored at home.
Be common. I haven't had any time to play.
Well, you're doing classes and stuff, right?
I'm doing an online coding boot camp. Well, it was supposed to be in person, but it's all online now. Are they playing? Yet?
No, their game is Dyro's hosting though, so I just clicked on that.
That's your friend, right?
Yep.
Who I had banned?
Yes.
I don't even remember banning him. No idea what that was for.
I remember, but it was stupid and not worth getting into.
Okay. We've got 35 players. I actually had to reset the bracket and add somebody. I forgot to add them. Felt pretty bad, but it works out that he just gets a bye because he's the odd number.
Oh, at least it worked out. I know, I've had people send me a deck list like right as I like post the pairings. I'm like, you had an hour to get it in. I do feel bad not letting people in when that starts, but
Yeah.
it's not that easy to be doing a million things at once in the first place. So
Saw Carl Waite post that he overslept. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned that. We were talking about Ivan oversleeping.
mhm.
Who is TD McNug? I don't know. He's TD McDug.
McDog ran Burn in our last tournament and got 4th place, I think.
Okay, I really ought to get these deck lists compiled now. Is the game up?
Nope. Oh, now it is.
Bro. I clicked the wrong one.
I like those Armageddon Knight sleeves.
Those are nice.
Ooh, you
The
could-
ones I'm using right now are Abyss Dweller. Is that the
those ones look
SID?
cool too. That's just a
Yeah.
nice dark image on those.
Yeah.
I hate when people use the Morphing Jar sleeves, and sometimes I'll look at the set monster and just think it's Morphing Jar.
I think that's kind of why people do it.
Yeah.
Wish you could get like high quality sleeves like this in real life.
Probably can.
Yeah, it's probably expensive.
Have you ever
More
seen
than
like,
the sleeve should be worth, you know.
have you ever seen like the World Championship sleeves
No.
or the national ones? Those ones are really nice looking. I use those for
Haven't.
my extra deck.
Do they give you them if you get
Yeah.
into nationals or go?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Ooh, that's a good torrential.
A very good torrential.
I don't.
Oh, he should not have drawn, but he's still gonna draw anyway.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's okay. It's like that's a pretty nice play. Flip summon decoy chief, flip torrential.
Into two set monsters, yeah.
Diarra is obviously on burn, right?
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
got wave motion and solemn.
Solemn wave motion, even Reapers kind of seems like Bernie.
Does HTML5 do you use it on Dueling Book now, or do you still use the
I think that it's the default. So I think if you just go to duelingbook.com, it's gonna be HTML5.
mine can go to both. This is the first day I'm using HTML5, and it feels like it goes like high quality for a few minutes and then like jumps back and forth. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's.
That's a bad snatch.
I wonder what he was planning with that.
Oh, idea. Maybe Sook. Right.
I guess. What else would? Like you have monsters to tribute if you were going to tribute.
Flower play on ranked in your server.
What is he ranked? I don't think he plays ranked.
Oh wait, Reichlar 91.
Oh, what is he? what does he play on ranked? Oh, I thought you said what does Dyro use on ranked? I think he
said
uses.
Reichlar 91 is like your top ranked player right now, right?
Yeah, I think he uses a chaos. Well, and there's Night Assailant. I think he's actually.
Okay.
I think he actually posted recently that he got mostly to the top using Go and used some chaos control.
Pyramid Turtle. Wacky deck. Pyramid Turtle, Big Shield, Reaper, Solemn Snatch, Wave. It's like Zombie Burn? Is this maybe this is the deck you were playing?
Probably.
You shared it with Diarro?
Yeah. So I don't know if he made changes or what with it, but it's probably that deck.
Interesting.
About to be a mean air night. Vortex. Is ring game here? Yep. It's too bad he had to solemn that torrential early like that.
Everything seems slow today.
It's so much better than last week. Last week I couldn't like every time I opened up challenge, my internet like had to like wait like 5 minutes to. No, that's an over exaggeration, but it had to like reload. It would load it, error, and then have to it refreshed on its own and then opened up challenge.
Hmm.
Dueling Book didn't crash for like any of our turn. Maybe one duel for the whole like tournament though. Did anybody crash on? It was slow, but it like was stable at least.
It's good.
Yeah.
I'm writing in the deck list on my spreadsheet.
So he just fake trapped the Dust Tornado.
Trap is a nice card.
Yeah. It lets you like do stuff without having to
Get cheap Solemn.
throw all your life points away. Yep.
And then you save the Solemn for other things that also screw you over.
Philly Cheesesteak is asking, was this tournament open to everyone? Yep, it was open to everyone. It was an announcement on goatformat.com Discord and the Format Library Discord. Oh, he just flashed the trap and I didn't see what it was. Did you see?
Oh. I was looking away for a second. I'm on another tab.
Yeah.
I thought he was Is he under the impression Reclair was asking for a ruling or something?
He asked him to see what the trap was, and then he showed it, but I didn't see it.
Why?
You have to show with fake trap.
Oh, very true. That's correct.
Yeah. It's even actually written on this version of on Dueling Book. It says if the card would have been destroyed face down, you can look at them to confirm.
Yep.
It would be awesome if like they would put the Goat format cards on Dueling Book and put like in parentheses some rulings with them.
Yeah.
It's too bad we don't like have our own simulator to be able to update those kind of things, but
Try to build one with Brandon, but it might take a while.
I would think that would take quite a while. That'd be awesome if you could though. Like there's so many things that we have to use Discord for that like how amazing would it be if they were all built into the player?
Yeah.
Solemn the Snatch.
It's interesting.
He knows he has Night Assailant. This is a lot of damage on the board though.
It is.
I wish we saw what the set card was.
Yeah.
Anybody in chat see what the set Speller Trap that wasn't destroyed was?
Ooh, I shouldn't have attacked with the mummy. See now you.
Yeah, no, it's not enough for game.
Forced him to destroy the mummy.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't going to work out for game anyway, maybe it was better to do it that way. Keep the mummy. Like, what instead of keeping 2 copies of Giant Rat?
Almost rather the rats, but sure.
Well, he's playing Turtles, so.
Okay.
Ooh,
Guys
Tribe.
seem like
Oh, he should have waited till he discarded.
he's using Prio.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter what one bit. Unless he could have book, yeah.
Yeah.
That's still fine though.
Oh, actually, so I guess it was nice to not have the 2 rats on the field because
Mhm.
the tribe.
Yeah, that worked out well. Down to 200 now. All right.
Yeah.
That was a good
Ooh,
game.
damn! I just rushed him. That was wild. I think he must have been sitting on chaos monsters, but light deprived kind of situation.
So I built this deck like a CO burn. But with the zombie engine instead of the tomatoes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, download Streamlabs OBS, and it actually it works a lot smoother than the old one anyway. But it's pretty much the same interface too. So did he just draw a card?
Yeah, he did.
He needs to shuffle.
I think it's still nice to ask your opponent, but
I mean, if you don't shuffle, it's completely like ruining the state of the game, though. Especially a deck playing discard traps and stuff should not know what the next card it's getting. Breaker. Do you compulse breaker there? Your opponent. It's your only. They pop it.
I think you have to.
Oof, early BLS. That's gonna be rough. Early BLS and breaker in hand. Got a duo into Thunder Dragons. Would have been nice if he could have hit that breaker with the duo. At least make up for having to have a compulsed with. He took that 3k to the face. Injection. No, if you solemn it, then you lose. Whoops. I guess he could have, like, booked the injection instead. I don't think he was winning that game, though.
Okay, I gotta check out a ruling.
Leclerc won that set. Let's see if we could watch. If there's a certain game you want, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep picking some. McDog versus Silver. So McDog did stay unburned since last week's GOAT Format Championship. Looks
Hey,
like now he's
I have
playing.
a quick ruling question.
Yep.
So skill drain is face up. One player has Thousand-Eyes Restrict on the field.
Yep.
It declares an attack with a different monster.
How?
But-
Oh, because skill drain's out. Okay.
Thousand-Eyes has no effect. Yeah, so the problem is TER doesn't say anything about declaring. And then the guy plays Dust on the skill drain and wants to know whether the attack continues or not.
I would say no, because that's just like if you attack, then you flip over Gravity Bind, the attack doesn't continue.
It's a good point. I'm gonna look up the text of Gravity Bind real quick.
They just, pretty sure it just says level 3 or level 4 and higher monsters cannot attack. Wow, I guess Lava Golem is pretty good against warriors. They don't have as many cards to get it off the board. Silver's thinking about a way to get it off, I guess. So McDog definitely changed up this burn deck from last week. Wow, so they are both on a clock right now. He's on a Mystic Swordsman clock. And Silver Dude is on a Wave Motion Lava Golem clock. Silver's gotta figure something out this turn. Compulse the Lava Golem. That's one way to do it.
Delays the inevitable a bit, but yeah.
Kinda. You can just never put a second monster on the board, and unless he has Sinister, it's gonna be fine.
Wait. Yeah, I mean the swordsman's gonna kill him next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
If
yeah,
he-
he has no second monster. Very true, very true. Can't play Golem.
He could draw any burn card right here, though, and then win.
One counter and wave.
Although, Silver has a 7 tools engrave. He's probably got a Solemn set. Best case scenario, you just set a monster here. Or summon. Actually, best case, you summon something bigger than level 2. I don't know if he plays anything like that, though. Swarm of Locusts, that'd be a good summon. Nope, McDog had no answer for the level 2. And no burn card, jeez. So we're just watching all these burn decks lose. Is Rost playing? Let's see.
This game is finished, but
The Nano didn't enter this tournament, huh?
did.
He did?
Yeah, he's playing.
Oh, he's okay. We'll watch this.
Playing. Let's see. Brasic.
Yep, I just opened that game up.
Reclar 91-1.
He tell you, I like if you're playing a Thunder Dragon Chaos deck, I think Decree is a really good side deck card right now.
For the Thunder Dragon player? Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Because everyone is picked up on Chop Dust Root Mind Crush.
Yeah. Took a long time, but yeah.
Are you not currently streaming?
Is it not up?
It's on goatformat.com stream. Maybe I should just
Might as well
share your
host.
stream.
You might as well host it.
Did you change stream platform? Because I could have sworn I saw it was on Format Library.
He was trying to get it going and had too many issues, so I'm just
think my
doing it for today.
This software I'm using no longer works with Google Chrome, so I have to find a different way, and I just ran out of time.
Nano is going off, but Brasic is still at 9,000. He's at 8,000 too. Jeez, these guys went deep in their decks without dealing any damage.
Okay, so how do I host your stream? What's the button?
/host, then just space, then just write goat format. You do it in your stream, on your page.
Got it. You type /host.
How do you type /host?
Where do you type it?
Like in the chat of your stream.
Interesting. Oh, it takes like chat commands?
Yeah.
Does the stream have to be in brackets?
No.
so very buggy. Finally got it to work.
Oh, sweet.
You like have to press host and then you can't just type out the actual full command. You have to like wait for a prompt. It's very weird.
Yeah, it took me like 3 tries when I was trying to host yours. You can set it up to like automatically host somebody whenever they're streaming. I did it for like whenever Go Format Italia streams, it goes onto mine.
That's pretty cool. So like whenever if you're not currently streaming,
Yep, it'll stream
it'll
whatever.
automatically do it.
Hmm.
That's very cool.
I can't believe how deep into the game these guys got without dealing damage yet. The Nano's at 7,000 with 7 cards in his deck, and Bracek's at 9,000 with 10 cards in his deck.
Wild. And the thousand's probably for a duo, right?
Yep. Oh, Nano didn't even play Graceful yet either. There looks like there was a Cyber Jar at some point.
Yeah. You were right back.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the jaws beginning to tighten around Brace's throats.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of like the Nano went through a lot of his best cards already. He didn't use BLS though either, huh? Okay, so
Either way, I think my money's on Nano, but I get what you mean though. I'm looking at his grave. A
Like,
lot is gone. He's
if
still
he-
got a lot of monsters.
if he plays Graceful, he better win that turn. And hope Bracek doesn't have a Morphing Jar somewhere.
Oh. Yeah. Maybe. I didn't even think about that.
Did the Nano use Ring yet? No, so Nano should still be able to take this game.
I think he will. But, yeah, he probably will. Oh, he's even attacking with the Assailant.
Bracek's still a Snatch Steal.
BLS hasn't been played on Nano's side either.
Yeah, no, like Nano has a lot of good. He has Ring and BLS left. Like,
Yeah. The Sangam will. Well, if he gets rid of the back row, then he's got game with BLS probably.
Nano has not used Card Destruction yet either.
Oh, he's going for it.
Well, when you got Solemns, damn, he hadn't even used a Solemn yet either. So he had like BLS, 3 Solemns, and Ring left. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
that one wasn't happening.
He's too good.
Serenity versus Sparky. Actually, no, I want to see Loop versus Iraq is what I want. I haven't seen Loop play in a while. Iraq, I haven't.
The guy.
He's top. What'd you say?
I've never seen him, but I've taken a long old break, so
I think he's topped some FLCs, or even one actually. Iraq is a real old school player. He's been playing. He's from probably before 2005 even.
mm, I look like they've only just started this round as well, but there's a lot of cards in the graveyard for Loop somehow, not so much for. I guess he's banished.
Graceful. Oh yeah, no, these probably were in the grave, right?
Mm.
Slate Warrior Beatdown.
Maybe like 4 turns in each.
Let's see, 25, 30, 40 cards. So you start with, yeah, maybe 5 or 6 turns.
Yeah.
Then take a straight 2,500.
It's the Nano one.
Yeah, the
You
Nano one.
watching someone else's game now?
Loop versus Iraq, and Iraq just won the match.
Are you cut out? Who won?
Iraq won.
Okay.
Who else is still playing?
I'm filling out the bracket right now.
Serenity versus Alpha, yeah. All right, so watch Serenity's game. Serenity at 3,500 with 2 cards in hand. Breaker on board. Alpha and he's breaking one of Serenity's 4 back rows, but Alpha's at 500 life points. So if this breaker goes through on the Turbo Knight, it's going to be game. Mirror Force.
Why would you ever summon Triple Knight?
If you need to get your Sangan Search off meta. Oh yeah, why that monster in particular?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you put it in your fusion deck by accident.
Yeah, that's the only.
All right, wave. This wave motion is this enough for game to fill on the board already? 1, 2. Yeah, that's 35 there.
Oh wow. There's some.
Serenity has 1 card left. BLS.
Oh wow. Yeah, maybe.
Slow roll.
Or maybe he's just like messing around. He doesn't actually have a.
No, we saw him play BLS before.
Banish Light and Dark.
Banish the lady.
Oh, I wouldn't attack.
He already attacked with the breaker.
Oh yeah, of course. God, I need to.
It's main 2.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the wave motion is your win con, really.
Probably doesn't even matter what you banish.
This is a wild game.
So he's. I would assume he's got 1 Dust Tornado left.
MST, Dust, Heavy, Breaker's still there.
Breaker's banished.
Oh, it's banished. Oh, all right.
Oh wow, that was their first game.
Jesus Christ, this is gonna go to time.
Yeah. Well, they seem very happy with themselves anyway. They seem satisfied.
People are reporting in the wrong channels.
How much time is left for the round?
18 minutes.
Yeah, not too long.
Hey, Rouse, did your loss get reported to Fuefo?
Yes, it did.
Went into the GOAT channel and did it?
I did, yes, yes.
Okay. Just checking.
No problem.
So the thing about the Blackburn decks, they can like get advantage on you if they just draw like their more go control style cards early in the game. And then it ends up being you're in a later game where you're like even on cards, but life points are low and they're just flipping over burn stuff. If you draw your burn cards late, like that's when the deck really shines.
But how consistent is that?
Not as consistent as a regular goat deck.
Yeah,
But what deck is?
very true, very true.
What are the time rules, Jazz?
It's sudden death, like UDE, old school.
How many turns?
It is 4, including the current turn when time is called.
So 0, 1, 2, 3.
It's going pretty quickly though.
Yeah. It's only game 1 though. If Serenity, or it's only game 2 if Serenity loses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shadow, I believe it's the Iraq. Although he didn't use a million A's and a K at the end, so I'm not 100% sure. But he posted in the Nostalgic Duels pages, so it's probably him.
What the hell? That's an interesting tech choice.
I hate that card. I miss with it every time. Like,
I think it might actually be one of my favorite cards.
I used to like it, and man, I just missed so many damn times in a row that I don't ever want to use it again.
No, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's necessarily good, although it's not bad either. Not the worst card, but
If you look at like the old list from like what was the name of the European tournaments that were like their big ones?
I wouldn't know, mate.
What are they called? Do you remember, Dan?
Right?
What the big European tournaments used to be called? Like Pharaoh's Tour or something like that?
Ooh. Yeah, it's something like that.
But they used to all use Blowback Dragon and Barrel Behind the Door for some reason. Not Barrel Behind the Door, Blast with Chain. Was like super common to see in the European list for some reason.
The blowback dragon on your own blast with Chan. Pro moves.
Or if everyone's playing it, you can chain the Blast with Chain to the card that
Very true.
they're blowbacking.
Yeah, blast with Chain counters blowback.
I tell you though, like in this particular situation, if he summoned Mobius, then his Mobius would be dead right now. Whereas he has summoned Blowback, it is not dead.
Yeah.
To Tsukiyomi. And
Did he even flip the coins?
destroy your own Blast Chain.
Did he even flip the coins last time? Or was the card just chained that he was going to target?
Yeah, if you if you activate the effect of Blowback,
You target immediately, right?
yeah, you can't chain it after you see the results of the coin. So
Tributing for Air Knight? Why is it in the grave? Lag, maybe?
question.
No, it's strange with like the internet not being as good right now. I've had no issues streaming, but I've had issues just like pulling up websites of it taking forever.
The internet's been bad. What do you mean?
My internet's been bad with so many people online. It's been like super slow.
think-
Dueling's slow, but
It's going to be on a website by website basis.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like if it depends if the website has upgraded their like server capacity or not. I think more people are definitely on their computers right now. Nobody's like going to bars or restaurants or whatever,
no.
or work or school.
So Serenity can heavy then play something here to get around this Air Knight. Ring's already gone at least. You got to deal with the Air Knight though. And Elf can call and premium. You gotta think there's a book behind this thing.
You'd hope, wouldn't you?
What about a blast?
Wow, that went through.
Blast with chain. Oh dear, that actually went off without a hitch.
Wow, you attack here? Mirror Force, now he's gonna call the air or call or premium the Air Knight.
I agree with attacking. Like,
Which is
how else are you gonna win?
Ring's gone. Call. You have goats out. Call and premium, and you play burn cards. You can find other ways to win.
I don't know. Ooh, that's scam. Little scoop.
Yep. So how much time do they have left?
6 minutes.
6 minutes. They can do normal siding and whatever. I mean, they might want to prepare for time, but
I'm not going to be able to see the end.
gotta go.
Well, I would assume my opponent would want to play it.
Your round won't be up till this is done. This is
Yeah.
Swiss.
Oh, really? Is that how it works? Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
That's the issue with Swiss sometimes. It holds up the whole tournament, but
Oh, I don't mind.
Let's get held up by double elimination. Almost just as bad.
yeah.
I think it makes very little difference. Double elim usually has an extra round.
The thing is how long a game goes into time can just be crazy sometimes. Like, I
Really?
think you could go an hour into time in a goat mirror if there was like an issue with like, say it crashed during siding and then they went back in and there was a ruling question and you had to extend time for that. Yada
And
yada yada. Eventually,
I think eventually I would just like give someone a loss.
Choose your least favors.
I mean, it's definitely happened before where we've been like super long, especially then even something like this, like say you're already in time and then in the middle of siding and then you have to time.
I think that since people don't disconnect as much as they used to, it's less of an issue.
That's definitely true. I mean, we haven't done too much Swiss since those days either, so you're right about that.
This is the first tournament I've played in like 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, just because UK times and I've been I haven't been keeping up the notifications on the.
Oh, yeah,
it's by chance really that.
I couldn't tell you the last tournament I entered, or online at least. Probably like FLC 6 or 7 or something.
I think the last one I did was either 8 or 9. I think it was 8.
I think I played your first one. If you remember.
Everyone played in the first one.
Yeah.
That one was huge, right?
Like 40. At the time.
Did WGM get banned from that? Is that the one that we got? Like, that was the last one I played for a long time. And probably the last one I played is the one that WGM got banned on, or disqualified, or whatever.
All right, I'll be listening still, guys, but I'm gonna go eat some lunch in the other room. So if this game ends, just tell me. and I'll come switch to something else.
Mystic and
Yeah. I guess if I understand your sudden death rules correctly, then Serenity will have the advantage in this time scenario.
probably because he's playing burn cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, here's the Artie Dog.
Silver.
Yo, what up? Yo, did you guys see my game? Shit was lit.
He did not.
Oh, fuck. My earphone.
There's another game happening right now. I'll be right back. I gotta look for it. No. That Sangan poke's pretty important. Looking down the barrel of time.
What do you mean by that?
He's already up 1,000 life points. Basically, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't side the.
Ooh, never mind.
Oh. Well, I guess time is about now, right? So.
Yeah, I'll wait until it actually hits 231. That was the time I wrote.
Right, fair enough.
Ouch. It's freaking tied.
Do you think they're aware? I mean, it looks like Serenity's aware.
Well, I'm going to DM both of them right when
Yeah.
the clock strikes and tell them this is turn 0 of time.
But I mean, do you reckon they're aware that it's coming?
I agree. I think Serenity is.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta PM them.
Cool.
Did you guys tell them how many turns they're doing? He just said, I think, 5 more turns.
No, it's 4.
Definitely wrong.
Should message somebody.
I am directly talking to LF
Okay.
right now.
Including your turn. No, it's.
Yes,
isn't it-
that's correct.
Yeah, that's correct, right?
That's correct.
We were just saying that Serenity almost certainly has the advantage now.
Now has all the info too. Oh yeah, Serenity won. Unless this face down monster is
Gravekeeper Spy.
Cyberjar.
No, it's Spy.
Gravekeeper Spy, we know that because it was booked in response to Tribe.
Ah.
Yeah. So, pretty useful right now. Oh, MST Knock Breaker.
So, when you say sudden death, it's the first person to inflict damage from now, right?
That's after the turns are over at sudden death if they're equal.
It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't become sudden death until the third turn is over. That's when we first compare life points.
Yeah, no, gotcha. And if it's
And
tied,
if it's still tied, then it becomes sudden death.
yeah, gotcha. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. I think that they understand the rules. Wild that they're exactly tied.
So he can still clear the board here.
Right. Well, it's LF's turn.
Mm-hmm.
So how is he clearing the board?
Flip Spy, Book Tribe, attack.
Yeah, that's true. Depends what this set card is.
And that saying I'm gonna search.
He left him with the Dekoichi. Or sorry, he left the breaker. He sent the Dekoichi back. So it kind of suggests he has a way to deal with the breaker.
Yeah. It also, implies that face down is probably attainable. Well, definitely.
Either book or ring, likely.
Or secret barrel.
But he's gonna use the MST. All right.
Well, why not? Now you could just summon the breaker, attack the tribe.
Yeah, that's true.
Keeping the breakers. I'm curious what this
Think-
card
yeah.
is.
It might be ring. He's thinking, right?
Like, why would you not put that breaker back?
No.
He's probably only thought of it in terms of getting, tricking him into doing the face down and not associating the MST.
Do you think he misplayed?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
No, I think you book the. So yeah, he's thinking whether to book the Sangan or the tribe here.
I would say tribe.
I would have booked the tribe.
Road? You definitely. Well, okay. So if he books the tribe, then the spy can attack it.
The spy could attack the Sangan anyway.
I wonder if he doesn't have another Gravekeeper in deck.
Possible.
It's very possible that those two spies were sided for time. And like, because sometimes people side deck two spies, but they don't side deck the guard.
It must have been, because why wouldn't you want to deal that extra 1200 right now?
I don't know. I mean, he's still in a
An
good
extra
position.
1400, yeah. No, certainly misplayed there.
I mean, we know what. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. We don't know what Serenity has. We know what the other guy has. Ale.
Y2.
I mean, I guess if Serenity has, like, the perfect knowledge, does have more knowledge than us right now. That breaker being at 19 though. Now Duskwalla dies as well.
Yes, very true. Very true.
And Duskwalla doesn't deal enough damage. Like if he had booked the tribe there too, that would have put the spy into attack mode.
This is.
And he would have. No, Serenity has one more turn.
Serenity's
I thought time started on Serenity's turn.
I thought Serenity was 0, so that Alpha would be 1, 2. Oh yeah, so this is the last turn.
it's over. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Still
And
over.
yeah,
You just end his turn.
Just end turn and it's over. It
Oh no.
Tacking into that set spy with the Sangan was so sad.
I guess it didn't matter what Serenity did.
The thing to do would have been like turtle up, turn the Sangan to defense. Situation.
Especially since you know you have burn cards in your deck to get to.
Yeah.
And your opponent likely does not. Was that the last game that we're waiting
That was
on?
the last game. That was the only game we were waiting for.
Alrighty, I'll wait to the next win or loss I have. See ya.
Alright. I want to see Ross play. Unless you
Yeah.
have one you want to watch.
No, I don't have a preference. That sounds good to me.
I was using the most fun deck ever yesterday. It's the Nanos water it's like a water card to save return with what's his name? The 2300 beast guy.
Oh.
Manicore
Darkness.
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 And it is a really well built deck. Like it has so much synergy and is so much fun to play.
Why water? What's the point of that?
Mother Grizzly is a Mother Grizzly's a beast warrior, so you could discard it for Manicore, and then Abyss Soldier, then it also gets you to Sinister faster, and Abyss Soldier lets you reuse Premium more, and it plays one copy of Revival Jam that also works with card to save return.
Cool.
And then Iron Blacksmith is also a beast warrior, so you can search your equip card, your Premi, or I put a Thomas Action Unit in there too, and he plays
That's an awesome deck.
It's a
So-
lot of synergy.
Synergy like that. So he's Manticore. The effect is it
The
only
turn
Beast Warrior?
Beast,
I don't remember what.
Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he did a really good job
But it
building
sounds
it.
like almost everything is. Sounds like almost everything is Beast Warrior though.
Yep.
There's no like Horn of Phantom Beast in this format. That would be very fun.
It was some of the most fun I've had playing GOAT format in a long time using that deck. Like, it's clearly not as good as GOAT Control, but it is fun
It's
to
just,
use.
just a fun deck, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it plays a Sewer Priest, so you can, like, if they ever activate goats and you have a Sewer Priest, you have 3 cards that can search out the Big Bang Shot.
Hmm.
I was playing against LeBounty last night, and he beat me game 1. Game 2, I beat him with the Sewer Priest Big Bang Shot thing. And then, like, game 3, he just topped a BLS on me, like, when I had, like, everything. It was, like, exactly game. I was so sad. At, like,
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning.
I'll wait to have a bot doing all this. It's too much to do. Let me focus more on like commentating and the deck lists and stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's not like it's any fun doing that part of it. Commentating is at least interesting.
Are you watching a game right now?
I put up for Ross to watch or duel, and it has not popped up yet.
I
Oh,
wonder
there
what's
he
up.
is. Ross versus Silver.
Okay, cool.
I guess I missed a turn.
Oh, it's
So-
versus Silver? Nice.
Yeah, so it looks like Silver open pot duo, and Rost is heavying 2 back rows and got solemned.
Silver's playing.
Guess Rost is on just a goat control deck. That's sad. He told me he was playing something else, but maybe
I think he
still
switched
is.
at the last minute, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not using machines.
Apparently not. Okay. Finally got everyone with the tournament participant role so I can tag them.
Oh, nice.
Way too long ago. Check out the standings real quick. Got 9 people that are 2-0.
And then, let's see, did Daro win last round? Oh no, that man, last round seems like so long ago, but it was still round 2. I forget
Wait.
that when we like hopped into different games that like it was the same round of those games. Like I'm used to being
I thought
on.
Dyro lost. Was that correct?
Yeah, he's 1-1,
Lost round 2.
right? He won round 1 and lost round 2. Yeah, that was last round still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're used to doing
Yeah.
not Swiss, so it's like, oh yeah, we watched all these different games that were all different rounds, but no, every game we watched was all round 2.
Yeah, I thought for a second that well, that's another reason I kind of like Swiss. It's easier to follow as a spectator. But yeah, sorry, I thought I reported it wrong, but it's all good.
My
It's
headset
correct.
is dying. 1 second. I cannot hear you.
Not me, is it?
Okay, I can hear you again. You were saying the reason you like Swiss is what?
Well, that's another reason I kind of like Swiss. Is it's sort of easier to follow as a spectator
Yeah,
or
that's
or a
true.
commentator.
Otherwise, we're just like randomly popping into different rounds of different games.
I lost you.
You can't hear me?
Someone else just joined. Never
Oh,
mind.
okay, yeah. Oh, I hate when people don't banish the hand when they're on stream.
Yeah, it's much better for spectating.
Can you say something, Jazz? I'm not sure if I lost my audio.
How's
Yep,
this?
I cannot hear
Can you
you.
hear me? You can't hear me? I can hear you.
What game are we watching on Dueling Book?
Come to you. It's Roust versus Silver Dude.
Alright, cool.
Alright, why do I have no sound?
Just going for game. Gotta have a trap, right? Good the air. Oof. It's a close spot. I want to say Silver is sort of favored, but it really depends what his other card there is.
Well, that 50 makes a big difference.
It makes a huge difference.
You would have thought he would have bounced premature back, right? Just to guarantee if there was a Saku face down, right?
Wait, who's talking?
I'm talking.
Who are you?
I play on Dueling Book a bunch, but this is my first time on the GOAT format, like chat. My name's Buglet. Am I not allowed to? Is it not allowed?
I'm just not. What voice channel are you in?
The stream one he's in.
I'm in stream commentary.
That's so weird.
Why does it not show me?
It shows him there. Jazz, what are you talking about?
What's their username?
Buglet? Oh no, it's Francis. Should be Francis on Dueling Book. You know, on
I don't see this person. I see one other person, but I have them muted.
It shows under stream commentary Francis for me, and he's not muted.
I have him muted. That's crazy.
I bypassed the limits. That's why.
You're just muting yourself.
Or it's being whack.
So neither of them have been able to get this final blow in yet. And this is Sinister that Silver has set, right? Alright, you have a muted. You muted the other person now. Or he muted himself.
I had to do a different mute command. It was weird. I had to click server mute instead of mute. I don't know what Silver has set.
I think it's Sinister.
What's the point of this scapegoat here?
Meta?
Do you even want to take a serpent though?
If he's thinking how many tributes he has left in his deck, maybe? He's gonna solemn the meta, okay. So that Thousand Eyes should not be in the grave, but probably won't matter.
I DM'd him.
Yeah, I messaged him.
Okay.
So the loser of this probably not going to make top 8. I don't know how X2s usually break down for like a 35-person tournament, but trying to remember like years back now, and even then it's not the same tiebreakers I'm used to. Whatever they do on here.
I feel like it's just maybe 1 or 2 X2s. It's my intuition, but I don't really have any math behind that. Tell you more when we get to like round 5. Have a better idea. Boy, AJTVLS is in first place right now.
You won this round.
Well, I don't know, but he's in first place
Uh-oh.
anyway. Nobody has reported a loss.
Why does Disaster Area have a tie reported? Oh no, it's a loss. My bad.
I think it's a.
It goes win loss tie. That's why I thought it was win tie loss. That's my bad.
Disaster Area got a win from Serenity dropping just now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Serenity was 2-0 and had to drop? That sucks.
They were 1-1.
1-1. Ah.
Yeah.
Well, Silver got him. Yeah, the finals of the GFC last week, though, the Nano fell asleep, and I had to give the win to Geist. And the Nano was on winner's side.
How late was that? I know they're both in Europe, but what time was that? Eastern?
Eastern, it was, I want to say, it was a 7-hour tournament, and we started at noon, so it was like going on 7. But yeah, they're both from Europe, so I wasn't gonna wait forever. I assumed he was done for the night after I waited like 40 minutes for him.
Yeah. That's more than enough time.
Then of course he came back online like a half hour after that. Usually I try to tell the person waiting in winners to give me their phone number. I forgot to do it. Which I guess that's another plus for doing Swiss. Although once you do top 8, it's kind of the same deal. I don't even know if my bot can do Swiss.
I don't think it can.
I don't think so either. I think the Warrior deck is like one of the most overrated decks ever.
Nano's Warrior deck?
No, like what Silver's playing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you beat Goat Control, sure. You built your entire deck to beat Goat Control, and then it has a terrible Chaos matchup. At least it doesn't brick on itself, though. That's one good thing.
It's definitely not great against all the Chaos decks. Then again, neither is that like King Tiger Wangu deck. I kind of think the Warrior deck's better against Chaos. and King Tiger Wangu. I guess King Tiger usually has the Kaikus.
Yeah.
But the King Tiger itself is pretty useless.
I don't like this card either. Skill Dark.
Oh,
Not even in this match. I wouldn't even bring it. Like, you have that, and then they're like, here's Blade Knight. Not with a hand that big, obviously, it ain't gonna happen, but
yeah. Well,
could be
I-
Gorilla, though.
sometimes Warrior just sets their entire hand and like gets you by surprise
Yeah.
with the Blade Knight. People on the Goat lobby right now find this game. I had a weird glitch. I could like see cards in Rouse hand, but I don't know if they were real or not.
Huh. I haven't heard of that one. I actually have not had, like, the only glitch I've had in the last, like, month, I would say, is when I try to click something to target a card in their hand, I can't click anything. Like, that one still comes up a lot, but overall, I have not had many glitches lately.
Remember when we were playing Yada format with the exchanges and we would exchange cards? And
Yeah, that one was brutal. And you did it,
I-
like,
I-
3 times.
I kept forgetting. Yeah, because force a habit. Every time I get dust shooted, I type /banish hand.
Yeah, if you guys ever have someone ever plays exchange and if your opponent's card in your hand, do not banish your hand. Dueling Book does not know what to do with that.
It like lags for a second and then figures out where to banish it, but then you can't click anything.
It just
after
like
that.
totally froze the game at that point, right?
Completely froze. I think for both players too.
Yeah.
It was like the worst glitch I've ever seen. Exchange is such a weird card.
It was pretty good for that format though.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. You can play it in Goat actually. Like there's some decks that it's kind of good.
Against Chaos, I guess.
Well, like if you're playing Thunder Dragons, that's kind of nice. You know, a lot of the like OTKs and FTKs can use exchange pretty well.
It's
Like they set a bunch of spells.
it's a good side
then
deck card
exchange.
against like a bunch of like if you think you're gonna see a lot of like FTK or OTK decks that are like combo heavy, it's a good side deck card against those.
That's true.
Pull out their like piece of the combo that they need.
And give them like a Sinister Serpent or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So I'm shit talking Skill Dark as he puts the pressure on Silver Dude with it.
Ooh,
Oh, now he's gonna have enough room to set to go over the Skill Dark with the Blade Knight though.
it's a big heavy.
Yeah, Ross has what, 5 in hand? He's gonna lose the Skill Dark here. He better have the metas in his hand.
My thought here would be that Silver has too many monsters. Like, yeah, you could set your whole hand, but if you have 2 monsters plus Blade Knight, you can't.
He heavied for a reason though.
Did he give up?
He's gonna
Give
print
up tools and dust?
against
That's
3 back row. Why wouldn't you just use them?
You could just use the tools and dust.
I mean, he's at 32, but yeah, you'd think you would just use them.
The tools is pretty useless, actually. Like, you don't want to keep taking life points here.
And if you're gonna heavy there, you might as well dust first and just get a little bit of information before you commit to the heavy.
That's true. Huh. Set one more? Yeah, okay.
Set
That's
3.
exactly what you thought.
Set 3 solemns.
There's no way he has 3 solemns. He's probably got 1.
I had 3 the other day and I lost because it was the only. I had to use them on stupid crap because it was the only card that I had.
Maybe
Now-
he didn't have a solemn, but he's just kind of hoping to draw one right here.
If I had even 1 solemn here, I would graceful to try to get to another one.
I think he should have graceful first.
No, if he drew monsters, then he might have ended up in a more awkward spot. Like if one card was already a monster in his hand
Maybe.
and he drew 3 monsters, then he wouldn't be able to get over the Skill Dark,
Sure.
and he already
Sure.
committed the heavy.
Don't draw 3 monsters though, but you could.
Yeah, you say that and then it happens.
No. His warrior decks usually play a low monster count.
Yeah, it's very unlikely. It probably has reinforcements set on top of it.
Right.
And he played one already. Switching the monster here is risky to attack. Switching it to attack mode. I mean, it's worth it because you're not that worried if you end up Solomon and you take 2,000. You're at 79, but compulse the Blade Knight back to your hand.
I gotta go check out a ruling.
Sack of the Blade Knight. Not as good.
I don't see a log. Oh my god.
What's the matter?
These guys are having an argument about reckless greed.
Oh. So silver's up 2 cards if we don't count tokens. I guess only 1 with the draw phase.
Don't count tokens. I don't count tokens.
Well, silver's about to discard a real card for tokens. Oh, nope, not a real card. More reason to not count the tokens. Like, Skill Dark just has no synergy with the Goat deck either. Other than being a dark. I'd rather bring in, like, Abyss Soldiers in that spot.
This soldier is a good card.
I've been using Euro Goat build.
It's the mimics.
Yeah.
I love that build.
Yeah, like, I definitely don't miss Morphing Jar a single bit.
Oh.
And Torrential I keep in the side and still bring it in like every other game anyway, so
That's probably the move. If you keep it in the side, then your opponent can't really know that you don't have it or not, you know?
So he went through 2 solemns. This is game 2, so he probably brought in the 7 tools. Are you still siding 7 tools with goats? I know you said you haven't been playing too much, but
Yeah, I haven't changed my side deck really.
I've been kind of trying to get away from 7 tools.
Could see it. What else would you side though?
Well, one of them I gave the spot to the Torrential, then I still have the 1 7 tools there. But
So I was kind of debating whether the third goat was still needed.
I still like the 3rd goat because Chaos is the deck I still see. Like Chaos is still played like as much as Goat Control is. At least
Wait,
close to it.
Is the silver game over?
Yes.
I can't.
Ross lost.
Okay, I couldn't find it. I guess that's why.
Did I do it in the wrong? Yes.
Who should we watch?
We have WGM and Swisky.
Okay.
They're both 1-1, so this is pretty much a bubble match.
Swisky wins a lot, does good in ranked, and then like does
Never
terrible
seen-
in every tournament. And it's never
Yeah.
when he loses, I'm never like he misplayed here or there. It's just just loses. So let's see. World Gone Mad has played Pot and Graceful already. BLS Engrave. Looks like he probably summoned it. The Sinister is banished. He hasn't played Tribe yet. And he hasn't played Premi yet either. With 1 card left in deck. But World Gone Mad is extremely afraid of face down monsters, we learned today. Well, that was a good one to be afraid of, but he didn't clear the goats first, so can you win now or no?
I feel like no. It's a deck out. There you go. Admit defeat.
Think Premi was his last card then?
Sure if he plays it or not. Maybe.
Oh yeah, he might not even play it, that's right. He probably doesn't play it.
The Chaos a lot of times doesn't.
I almost never cut Premi. I'll side call out a good amount of times when I don't want to open it.
I think if you're playing like 3 Chaos Sorcerers, then I probably cut Prima, but I don't know. It's kind of debatable.
Yeah. I feel like it doesn't come up that often where it's like, oh, because I banished my graveyard, my Premi's dead. Like, you banished your graveyard to summon a monster that you want a Premi. But I guess it's like brick hands you're
Doesn't-
worrying about.
Brick hands for sure, and like it's not super reliable. The best thing you're gonna do is resummon a Chaos monster, right? That's the real best thing is you resummon BLS, but
Okay, I just got asked a ruling.
what is it?
Dyro said he played ring to tie. He just messaged me. He said he played ring to tie the game. He said GG. His opponent said GG. Then after a minute, his opponent flipped Book of Moon. Do they continue the game or?
Odd.
I'm gonna send you the log.
I think a GG does not count as an admit defeat. I don't know. That's interesting. Because like real life, you could just scoop up your deck, and after you do that, it's over. In this, there's an admit defeat button.
A minute afterwards, though.
Is it really 1 minute?
That's what he said. I'll have him send you the log.
God.
And then his opponent said he didn't know it would be a tie. And his
Oh.
his opponent activated the ring as well.
Didn't know it would be a tie? Why did he activate the ring then?
I guess he thought he had game, maybe?
Oh, so he's saying... So the opponent activated the ring thinking that they were winning, and that's why they said GG?
Yeah.
So that's... It's a tie.
Okay.
That should be a tie because the guy thought he was going to win. So he clearly was letting the ring resolve.
Right.
And then only decided he wanted to playbook after the ring resolved. So that doesn't work. But that's just a misplay. And I would rule that it's a tie. Initially thought that it was the other person playing the ring. Like your opponent flipped
Yeah,
the ring
yeah, no,
and
that's
said
what
GG.
that's what I thought he meant too.
Yeah, that would be a little different. But I think in this case, it's pretty clear that it should be a tie.
What's the score on Suski's match?
Swisky won game
Skip
1.
1-0.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Are you watching the stream?
Well, no, I'm watching.
Oh, right. You're watching and in the commentary. Right.
I feel like World God Mad is almost been playing this deck as if he has like more outs and options than it seems like he actually does. From the games that
Yeah.
we've watched, at least.
Yeah, I think that's generally a true statement.
Like he's had his best stuff out and like not gone for game, and then had no way to deal with it once he didn't go for game.
Right. I mean, that's ultimately why I kind of don't like to play Chaos Control. I feel like the threat density is low. The late game isn't really that good.
Not having that piercing is crazy.
Piercing is crazy. Not having typically Prima and Call, and not having an Abyss Soldier also.
Hmm.
Like there's so many things that help
Open the
go
game back
control.
up, yeah. More win conditions.
Conditions. It's late game. It's like the best late game I think in the format.
Okay, he
For
said
sure.
he said he sent you those logs, so if you want to look at them and tell tell his opponents
Who
it's
did?
Dyra.
Sent me the replay.
Maybe he can't even get to the logs then if they already. I don't know what they're doing. I'll tell him. I guess just message them and figure it out. Who beat Swisky? I want to see.
Oh, it's Sparky.
Oh, Geist beat Swisky.
Yeah.
I think Geist
who I
beat
think it was.
Swisky last week too. Geist has gotten better. He always makes like original decks, but his like technical play wasn't always really there. But the games I've watched him play recently have been doing pretty good.
What's he like as a person? Is he cool?
I said that last week, and then someone corrected me saying that he complains about stuff, so I will say I don't know.
Ah, fair enough.
I haven't had that many interactions with him.
No, I've not. I've never met the guy.
We played a lot of the Jazz's custom format together, where I mostly played with him.
See,
What's that?
talking about Geisty.
Yeah.
I just asked what he's like. If he's a cool guy. Because I've never met him, but he seems to be a really good player.
I think he plays a lot of like cash games on Facebook now too.
I believe that's true.
Well, he's in control of this one. Kind of just picked apart Swisky's cards this game. Pot and Duel will do that, but and Magician. These are the type of duels like this one happening right now where I could see someone watching it and be like, oh, this format's stupid. Did you give a ruling for that thing, Jazz?
The ring and book thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. They should be clear on that. Player.
Okay. So both players used Ring already, unless Borgal Man doesn't play Air Knight. So like this is a situation here too, where it's like, you know, Swisky's probably got goats back there. So now you can't win this game until you deal with 4 scapegoats.
Or we could just attack into the sand gap.
Sure, into 3 back rows.
I reckon Siski's bluffing with those back rows, to be honest. Because he's been setting them as he draws them.
He hasn't played any. The only real trap card he plays is played so far is Ring of Destruction and 1 Book of Moon, so they could very well be real cards. I mean, it could also be like a Delinquent Duo or something set too, though. A Snatch Steal.
My gut says they are fakes.
Nothing Word God Mad wanted to commit onto the board to go into it. I think he's been just way too cautious from the games we've seen him play.
Who? Siski or
Ward Gone Mad, like, we watched him lose that game because he didn't attack with the BLS when it was a Bluff Nobleman. Right there, like, he didn't have a monster he could have summoned next to that Sangan just to try to force something even to go for game.
I have the opposite problem.
That means he had 4 cards that weren't monsters. You couldn't throw any of them on the board, and there's 1 bluff.
See, look, Siski's like kind of clawing at it back, you know, kind of not like back, but you know, he could do something here.
And Swisky hasn't really played any power cards yet, so
This game looks a lot more even than it did like 4 turns ago.
yeah. I mean, earlier in the game, Border got mad. He potted, duoed him, and Magician faithed him, so it was. I think he's still gonna just get him right here, though, unless there's goats and he's got no answer for goats. Nope, no goats. So yeah, you're right. All
Nick, how do
bluffs.
ties work in GOAT format? Does
You can't
the
tie a
player-
match. Oh, you flip a coin
who
or
goes first?
you random.
Random?
Yep. All right, so game 3, Swisky's gonna open with the duo. I mean, I guess you could argue last game World Got Mad was trying to like play around, get him blown up by a BLS. He was at 4,000. I don't think he even had a Light and Dark Engrave on Swisky's side, though, did he?
He loves that card, doesn't he? Jeez. He's been playing that card for literally years.
I think he mentioned that he used to play it with his team back in like 2006, 2007.
Oh yeah.
I guess 2006.
It's
like,
literally
by
it's literally by the rule book, and then it changed after GOAT format to be
What's that?
randomized. It's literally in just the rule book that says you randomize after a draw.
Really?
Yeah.
Change. Year or whatever.
Oh, when did it change? I think 2006 or 2007 it changed. But we just recently looked it up because we actually had to change what we had. We had it wrong on the website. And then MMF found like the date that it changed, and it was after 2005.
Yep.
I wish I played a different deck now. Kind of played to win. I was trying to play to win. This,
Played goat control.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't. I should have played something more fun, I guess. Well, not fun, but you know what I mean, like silly.
But fun, yeah.
Yeah, but Go Control's fun as well.
It's
That
fun,
was
but
a-
it's
that was-
serious.
That was
serious
a good.
deck.
That was a good torrential.
It's a good torrential.
Oh. Yeah, he knew that was Serpent.
I didn't realize Swisky was using mimics now too. It's now the ugliest card in GOAT format. It's like the only card that's not hollow.
It is Mimic.
Yep.
It's
Been reprinted, right?
Yep. As a common.
Soul of the Duelist, I think.
Yeah. Soul the Duelist, and I think it came out in one of the gold series was reprinted in, I think, for some God knows reason. Level 3 comes ultimate.
yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice
Ultimate Mimic.
it'd be a
Ultimate
nice
Mimic one
ultimate.
would be really cool.
It'd be a nice super rare too.
Would. I think everything looks good super rare.
Yep. Super and ultimate. And the old, like, first secret rares I like a lot too.
First secret rares are awesome, yeah.
Ghost Rare.
Ghost Rare, get out of here.
I don't even know what Ghost Rare looks like. I
There's
ordered
no-
some cards and I got like what are the weird ones like Mosaic and
Ugh, they look like someone threw up glitter on them.
Vomit Glitter.
Ghost Rare is the nicest rarity.
No way. You can't even see the picture. There's no color on it. It's awful.
Oh no, it's awesome. If I have
I disagree so much. It's literally like
alright. Look, I
just silver thrown up on the card instead. The first Ghost Rares where they're like 3D are cool, and then they're
Yes.
like that shit's too expensive and they stopped doing it.
Yeah, no, those are the ones I'm talking about because I have a Black Rose Dragon and a Stardust Dragon and Ghost Rare, and they're really nice. Nice to look at, especially the Black Rose.
Those ones aren't 3D though. It's the ones before them.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. But those are my only experiences with Ghost Rare as well. So
I don't think the Stardust one is like 3D though, is it?
I don't know.
I think like Red Dragon. It's like the ones that you would never use that came out like a set before are Ghost Rare, and they're like literally like 3D if you hold them at the right angle.
I'm more talking about the Black Rose, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't like that one either. Black Rose looks so nice with all the red in it. You lose all the color.
I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one. The Black Rose. I mean, I don't even like Synchros that much, but it's like one of my favorite cards that I own anyway. I think it's my most expensive card too.
That's an expensive Ghost Rare card for sure.
I have a first edition Blue Eyes LOB, but
Yeah, that's probably expensive too.
yeah, it's between them two. But apart from that, I actually genuinely have nothing of value.
My only real expensive card is the Ultra Morphing Jar.
What, TP?
Yeah,
P2.
TP2. Yeah.
That's the expensive one, yeah. They don't have anything like more than like 30. Sold
Yeah.
everything.
Literally all. In my own collection, I never acquired anything above 30, but my friend quit and all the cards that are worth anything, he was obviously had an eye for it. And when he gave them to me, so
Found some TP1 cards in my bedroom closet a couple weekends ago. They were like mint condition. They're really cool.
Those cards
They're just
like,
commons and rares.
but they have like really cool art on those like old TP cards.
They have amazing art.
I don't like how any of the new cards look now that the way they print them now.
are you talking about Rush Duel cards or?
Those are the absolute worst. Have you seen those, Jazz?
Which ones?
The Rush Duel cards. It's
In
like
Speed Duel.
no, there's Rush Duel ones. I don't think they're even English yet.
Fuck.
Wait, I can't post.
What's Rush? Speed and Rush are synonyms. They can't have that.
Dairo's opponent is still not responding to him, and they have not started game 4.
He just PM'd me, so. Geez, I mean, like, the amount of time that they wasted here is crazy. They were done like 10 minutes ago. He is playing. Oh no, he's playing Chaos. Huh. Usually plays aggro, and that's a fast deck.
Jazz, I posted in the voice what the Rush Duel things look like. I actually think they look fine. But
They don't look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
no, I guess not. But if they have to reboot the game, then
They didn't reboot it though.
they really need to.
Yeah. Did you see this thing, Jazz? Click right above voice chat for 1 second. And look at what these new cards look like.
God.
I
They're gonna
actually,
look like that's like an actual Yu-Gi-Oh card.
yep.
Are they legal for like TCG?
Yes. Or not TCG, OCG just right now. But yeah, you're gonna be able to use
Like-
that in a regular deck.
They're not.
What
They're-
the fuck?
Rush Duels are their own thing.
But speed duels are their own thing, but you could use the cards in regular Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm not so sure about that,
I'm positive. You just can't use regular cards in speed duels, but you can use speed duel cards in regular duels.
Yeah, in speed duels, yeah. No, I know that, but rush duels, I'm not so sure.
That's questionable.
I mean, Rush Duel is
That
like their
card is
version of
wild.
speed duels, isn't it?
They don't have speed duels?
No.
No, we don't have rush duels. They're not releasing it over here.
No, they might not. Yeah, so they're never gonna print those cards in
Maybe
the US,
They could. They
or
could.
they might change how speed duel cards look. Probably
Yeah,
not though.
they'll probably merge them into the same thing.
I think it's a bit risky for them not to bring rush duels over to the TCG though.
Why? Why not?
It's a
Well,
big
because-
market to miss out on.
They'll lose the anime synergy.
Is it? So is that what speed duels are about? It's about making like anime rules.
No, Speed Duels is like closer to old Yu-Gi-Oh almost. It's there's no main phase 2, and you only have 3 monster zone, 3 spell and trap zones, and 4,000 life points. And besides that, it's regular Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, that's Duel Links.
Duel Links. Duel Links is Speed
Like-
Duels. It's the same thing.
Is?
Mm-hmm.
Rush dueling is completely different rulings. Like you can normal summon Paladin ever many times you like. At the end of the turn, you always draw up to 5 cards.
Fuck.
So it's like
Yes.
Forbidden Memories almost.
Nothing matters. Basically, is what you're telling me.
Well, yeah, because it's not coming to England or US for that matter.
I mean, like card advantage doesn't matter. You just vomit your hand and draw 5.
No, but it does in a way because it depends how much you can commit to the board. The more cards you commit to the board, the more advantage you get. So you're still working with advantage. It's just a matter of
That's just like kind of invert.
yeah. You just, in fact, in a way, it kind of limits advantage.
I'm sure it's as bad as current Yu-Gi-Oh, where you just throw everything from your hand on the board.
That is a good point. It does limit advantage, because no matter how bad a position you're in, you're always going to get 5 at the end of your turn.
I reckon it'll be better than speed dueling, but only time will tell if they even release it as well, which I think they should from a business perspective. But
Speed Dueling, it's like I was so happy they reset the card pool with Speed Duels, and then it's just not as fun to play as regular Yu-Gi-Oh though.
no, it's not.
Yeah, regular Yu-Gi-Oh really needs 8,000 life points.
And to be honest,
I don't even think the zone limit really matters that much. I think it's the life points. That
Yeah,
are
the
dumb.
zone limit you could deal with, but it's like, oh, they won in 2 turns.
to be honest, even if they did reset the game and did everything I wanted them to, I think I'm too deep into GOAT format now to even care.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Like everything we've built is on this now, so we've kind of thrown our chips.
I miss going to tournaments and big events and stuff though, and like figuring out deck ideas for new metas and all that part of it.
Well, even to this day, there's still new and innovative decks coming out. Not frequently, mind, but they still are coming out.
Yeah. I don't feel GOAT stale. I just honestly, you're right though. Like, I probably wouldn't even at this point. I probably wouldn't even care if they reset the game.
I still hope they do, though. like,
I'd still rather they did than didn't. Yeah.
because when a game becomes the gameplay is within the hand, it kind of like ruins it. Most of the gameplay in any card game should take place on the board, and your resources should be in reserve.
I definitely don't miss chasing after new cards.
It was not fun.
We haven't spoken about this duel in quite a while.
It's pretty boring.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing damage to each other.
No, they're both
Like, both
they're both just
kinda-
trading cards to get to a later game state.
It's like time in 2 minutes,
340 is the time.
actually. 3:39.
So if World Gone Mad loses, he'll have lost to a disconnect and time.
Classic World
2 outs. You know, not having to do time for double elimination though is a pretty big benefit.
Yeah, perhaps.
No one likes losing in time.
I can't remember if I always do 60 minutes or 75.
I think you usually do
But I-
60 then 75 for top when you do time for top.
I don't. Whenever I host, I never do time for top.
I know at least once you've done time for top.
Well, that would be like someone else hosting an FLC, which happens like if MMF was hosting.
Uh,
Because I know that I lost in time in Top Cut. The saltiest I've ever been. I lost. It was best of 5. My opponent had like terribly slow internet, and I lost game 4 and game 5 to time. I was up 2-1 going into game 4.
Someone wrote me an essay the other day on how tournaments have evolved, and that exact game was mentioned for the moment where time stopped being a thing in Top Cut. I'm pretty sure. Was it in Top Cut, that game?
It was, yeah, it was top 8, and I was undefeated in Swiss, so it was like the double.
Yeah, I bet you were salty.
Double salt.
Funny though. Wait, what's going on here?
he's chaining Ring to meta
Oh,
and
right.
Ring in the tribe.
Sacrifice the Scale Sorcerer. Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because Senchi's coming out.
Yeah.
So he's thinking about booking the tribe.
This is time though.
Well, you better tell him.
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah. Oh no, wait. Ryu Senshi is optional. I keep forgetting that.
That Rush Duel card actually wouldn't look bad if it wasn't for the rainbow part of it.
Well, yeah.
If it was like classic colors.
Well, it's not actually gonna look like that. That's just an effect they do for all the previews, I think. Here you go. Oh. No.
I think I saw one that was. Did they show like Pendulum Rush Duel cards already too that look like really crazy?
I am not sure, and I really hope not. That's what it will look like, even though that's in the anime.
It's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
No, I think if that was a brand new game, I'd be happy with the card design. But of course, like the big borders of like Yu-Gi-Oh, classic Yu-Gi-Oh is just like it's a nostalgic charm thing.
Hmm.
It's a bit like how all the old video games are really charming on Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Like Forbidden Memories and Duels of the Rose, they just have like a really janky kind of design, but they're really charming.
For sure.
Does World Gone Mad not have to target the extra deck monster when upon the activation of Metamorphosis?
Yeah, it's a cost. Well, you pay the cost, and then I think you could just summon whatever one you want at that point.
Right.
It just says target one of that level. It doesn't say. I don't know the 100% answer on that, but did they both take the 1600?
No, World Gone Mad did not.
Did Swisky take it?
Yeah, Swisky did, but he won't allow him to not take it. He'll remind him. See? Yeah, like, World Gone Mad can't really negate any traps in this scenario.
saying War God Mad can't draw traps? Or you mean Swisky
No,
can't draw
except
traps?
he can't negate the traps with Ryu Senshi because that would just put him further behind.
Oh, right, yeah.
At least
Yeah.
he's got to take it into account, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. No, I mean, you could have brought out, if you really wanted to, you could have brought out the guy that, Roaring Ocean Sea Snake or something.
yeah, he could have done. Well, that's if he even has it in the extra deck. I doubt he does.
You could proxy a fusion.
Oh yeah, of course. Could have done Ojama King, maybe.
Mm,
Stop him from scapegoating. That's
yeah, were goats already out? Or he end phased the goats, huh? He's behind in life points, though. He can't be bringing out Ojama King.
No, exactly. Yeah, there is that. And I think Squissy's got this. Oh, what?
I still think he has it.
So do I. Is this the last turn? Or the second to last turn, maybe?
This is 2, so there'll be 3 next turn. So Wargo Mag gets 1 more turn.
Oh my days.
Did we lose you, Dan?
Oh, I'm just trying to handle the matches that are in time.
Okay.
I definitely prefer being on Discord than actually playing. That's quite weird. But,
I like commentating more than playing in tournaments at this point, too.
yeah.
Still like playing, but I care more about the community having good tournaments.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I like playing in like whenever I play a real life tournament, I always try to win it, and then online I use more kind of just to practice.
I've just accepted I don't have like the time to practice and get good, if you know what I mean. At least not on the mad level that these other guys are on. Like Siski and Rickler and the Nano, all really good players. I feel like.
Well, if you mostly
think
play against good players, you can get good pretty fast.
I think that's a bit of a misnomer. Like you can like reach a level and then you don't really have to play that much anymore because the format doesn't really change.
No, true, but I've been playing for a long time now and it's still not quite clicked. It's not. I don't think it's an easy game to be good at that. But I also, that's half the reason I like it, because it does challenge me, I think. But it's not very linear at all. Well, I mean, some decks are obviously, but mostly it's not very linear. There's always like disagreements on what's the correct move, and it's good stuff.
I find I get very rusty if I don't play for a while, and then make a lot of technical errors. And if I play for like 2 days, then I can like shake that off and do a lot better compared to if I just like don't play for a while and hop back in. But that's probably different from person to person.
No, I definitely I feel you on that.
Was that the last one,
It
Jazz?
was.
Or yeah?
There's one other game.
Sorry.
Do you know what their dueling book name is?
Blunts versus Jensen.
Jensen with a J, obviously.
How many turns out of 4?
None. I just called it on them. I gave them an extension because they had 2 ruling questions.
Right.
So how much time do they have?
I mean, I think it's almost over.
Well, his decrees and heavy's gone, so if he doesn't win this turn, he could just flip another floodgate. Oh, I'm looking at the life points reversed, so smoke is at 8,000, okay.
Yeah.
More blowback dragon. Well, this is a defusion deck, so he could just beat him in one turn if he doesn't lose next turn. He's got a lot of cards.
He can't play diffusion though.
That's true. And I doubt he has return in with the decrees. No lights in his graveyard either, if he's even playing. Doesn't look like he's playing chaos based on this graveyard, but who knows?
Be a strike ninja deck.
It could totally be a Strike Ninja deck. GD Scout playing.
Yeah, I reckon it's strike ninja.
I believe it is Strike Ninja.
Hmm. Was it you the other day who said that you don't like strike ninja, Scully?
Um,
Doesn't over anything.
yeah, I said I think his stats are pretty bad. There was a point where I thought 1700 was pretty good stats, but now now that people are playing Abyss Soldier and stuff, I think it's not good enough anymore. Unless it has a really good effect like King Tiger Wangu.
Or strike ninja has a good effect.
It really doesn't. It has no effect most of the time.
I mean, it does have to have a dedicated deck to play it. I don't think it's very good in ninjas.
Roar is pretty good in time.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke Blonde Sky is definitely blazed out of his mind.
Talking to himself over there. So the Nano's 3-0. And Reclair's 3-0. And Delinquent's 3-0 and Geist is 3-0. So those guys are going to have a good match. Someone's going to have a good match against each other next round.
This is over, right? That was his last turn.
I asked you what turn they're on and you didn't answer. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this should be over. He could just end his turn and it's over.
Kizaru doesn't play anymore?
He kind of does. I think he's more into other formats than Goat.
I spoke to him the other day.
He also plays MTG a lot, so.
He plays a lot of Magic. And Terraforming
Ooh.
Mars.
Gotta get all the drops in before I report the last.
Okay, I'll be right back then.
Be right back.
I'm thinking we watch Geist and Nano.
So yeah, I'm like itching to play with real cards now that I can't too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I have never played with my real cards.
Really? Not even
Yeah.
once?
Well, I've played like my best friends at home, but I've never taken them out for a spin at a locals. And I was going to do it at Sneak Attack Games, but it literally on the day of Corona, it hitting the UK, it shut it
Jeez.
all down. And I was like really looking forward to it. It was going to be a big moment for me as well. It was like actually putting my face to Go format for the first time. Oh well, I'll definitely do it once I'm back out of, well, once Corona blows over, you know.
Right.
Can we watch the Nano and Geist?
That's what I want to watch. They're not up yet though, right?
Don't know. Oh no, he's not. You're right. Because this is the final of the
That we didn't
FLC.
get, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the match.
No, we definitely gotta watch it. Find out who the real
Yeah.
GFC4 winner was.
Yeah, exactly. How funny.
I guess I'll do GFC5 next weekend now. I was planning on traveling for the holiday, but that's canceled.
Oh man, that sucks. Where were you going?
My girlfriend lives in a different state, so I was going there, so we're gonna be on like... It's gonna end up being like 2 months without seeing each other now.
Oh,
She was supposed to be here last month, then we were supposed to go on vacation next month too, so that's probably gonna get canceled.
almost certainly. Not meaning to be pessimistic.
No, yeah, oh, definitely, almost certainly. I think they even canceled her train ticket already.
They're on, by the way.
Alright.
I still don't see it.
They are. I'm watching them right now.
Okay.
Who are you watching?
Geist versus the Nano. So this was supposed to be...
This was supposed to happen, but didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. My money is probably still on the Nano, to be honest. Although, like you said, like Geist has gotten a lot better.
The fourth Trinity piece. With Sinister, and you hit a Pot of Greed.
And Thunder Dragon.
BLS, oh my god.
Yeah, okay, well. See what I mean? This guy, Nano, is just so skilled.
Hey, he put the fourth Trinity piece in his deck.
Is that what it's called? The fourth Trinity? And he hit a Pot of Greed as well. That's great.
With Thunder Dragon it is.
I've called it that before, yeah. I mean, it definitely it has the same impact, right?
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And it affects your opponent as well. That's the key thing. I actually cannot stand cards that interfere with your hand. I mean,
I mean, card destruction's been Jazz's. You always said if you had to ban one card, it'd be card destruction, right?
Probably. I find it more annoying than Duo. Duo I can play around. Card Destruction you can't really.
I would ban Trap Dust Shoot. I know it may not be the best card, but I cannot stand it.
That's the one I
It would-
usually say is Trap Dust Shoot.
It would make the Chaos decks better though, so I don't like that.
Yeah. I think before Trap Dust Shoot was my answer, and I think I change it now to change it to card destruction.
It's like what I was saying before, though. The gameplay should take place on the field, not in the hand.
You could also ban Thunder Dragon, would deal with a lot of shit too.
I like Duo more than like Thrust Shoot as well because it's you're not revealing any info.
I'd rather
That's-
get Duo than Dust Shooted too, generally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
And in all those formats where Confi and Forceful are legal,
They're-
those are much better than Duo.
Yep, for sure. Turn 1 Comfy is like heartbreaking. And Dust Shoots at 3 in that format too.
A lot of those formats with the Confi, like Dust Shoot isn't that good because it's just too slow.
Mm.
In 2006 though?
Oh, I was talking about 2003. Never mind, 2006. Yeah, there was a Confi and Dust Shoot legal.
Dust
yeah,
Shoot
that was
at
brutal.
3 for a while.
Until like 08 maybe.
I think so. It was till after Heroes. Or was it limited to 1 in Heroes?
First hero format, it was definitely at 3. I'm not sure about the second one.
Yeah, T Hero was at 3 for sure. And I think after that it might have got limited.
I think it did get limited. Yeah,
They should have banned it then.
probably. Probably thought, oh, it's a common. Like,
That was how people used to think back in the day, though. At least the players did for a lot of shit.
Uh.
And now Dark Mimic's being played. Like,
that's very true.
It's the only common being played now. Everything else got made hollow.
Yeah, but a lot of these cards were common at the time of
Oh
Go
yeah,
format,
for sure.
so
what about Gravekeeper Spy? Is that hollow?
Yeah, comes super, ultra, and gold.
Okay, well, I'm I'm a bit behind then. It's like I said to you the other day. I don't actually like hollows on my cards because I play a lot of other card games which don't have hollow.
Man,
Warp them as well.
if the Nano loses this game, it's gonna be because of a Morphine Jar. It's like the only way you're falling out of this one. Morphine Jar might get better now that people aren't expecting it anymore.
Why wouldn't people expect it? I
Exactly.
expect it.
because people are taking it. Oh, well, yeah. Well, people are taking it out of their decks, so
I think that's a mistake.
like if you don't know if a Go Control player is playing it or not, it becomes more powerful again, right?
Hmm.
But when you know every Goat list plays it, like it's not as good.
Yeah, but I don't know. It has so much potential. Like I think it's always a card.
It sucks against Chaos. And it's not that good against Warrior either, so... It's definitely an edge to have it in the Goat Mirror, I think. But you do not want to, like, your opponent's sitting there with Night Assailants and Thunder Dragons in their hand. If your Morphing
Yeah.
Jar flips, you're like, okay, now have 5 Chaos Monsters instead.
Or if you're playing aggro and they set 4
Yep.
summon.
If you're only playing Goat Mirrors, I see the point of keeping it in, but...
Even then, it's not super necessary.
No, like even then, it's like it's just like a slight edge, almost win more kind of like you have more options in the mirror by having it. But
It's a card that stops me surrendering sometimes. Like I don't know. I just like cards that have massive impacts on the board, if you know what I mean. But I do know it's not like the best card. Like I know it's bad against Warrior especially as well, and yeah, and Chaos.
It's only so much better than Cyberjar, honestly.
But I feel the similar way about Cyberjar. Like, although Cyberjar, I kind of think to myself, if I resolve it, I need to win that turn.
Yeah. If you don't have a back row, Morphing Jar is kind of that way too, though. If your opponent has a back row and you don't.
True, true.
I wonder if Geist is playing the same deck as last week. The Nanos deck from last week, he like removed all his crazy tech and just played like chaos, like almost pure chaos control.
He's a very talented deck builder, actually, isn't he?
I know that was like when I looked at the deck list, I was expecting like something spicy, and
And then, of course, the Manticore.
yeah, we were talking about that deck earlier. Oh man, the sending it into the Kochi happened again.
Oh, no.
It's like the fourth time we've seen that on stream today.
One thing you can do with the Morphing Jar, though, is deck someone out like this. Like Nano.
Yeah, that's like an extra win condition for that reason.
Extra
That's
win
true.
con for sure. And the Thunder Dragon decks usually have fewer cards than like the Goat controlled player.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Thunder Dragons take 2 out of the deck. If anything gets knocked, they usually play 3 copies. All that.
There's a list on one of your websites. I'm not sure whose it is, but it's the one with it's Chaos with both the Jars and Desert Sunlight. That's one of my favorite decks.
I feel like if you're gonna play that deck, you might as well play Heavy Slump.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. But I do also really like Heavy Slump too. So.
Heavy Slump is really cool. Heavy Slump's like the fact that it gives Chaos a second win condition is pretty crazy. Because by the time you slump them, you also have like 11 cards. So it's usually game once you flip it over.
That's like that's the only time where like, oh yeah, I Cyberjar, but I don't have to win that turn because I've got Slump, and it's great.
The issue, of course, is drawing Heavy Slump when you can't activate it. It's just a dead card.
Yeah, but it'll become live eventually. It doesn't.
Maybe. Like, you're already playing so many brick cards just because you're playing Chaos. When you open, like, oh, I drew Chaos Sorcerers, Heavy Slump, and Thunder Dragon. So now I might go 3 turns without activating anything.
The Nano's gonna win this.
No kidding. The freaking card destruction on Graceful Charity twice, Pot of Greed.
Geist had an opportunity to win on life points, but it just didn't work out.
He was going to get picked away eventually. I mean, I guess he could have had some, like, crazy go for game solemn your answer play, but...
Yeah, it's not looking good for...
Is he flipping a solemn?
Because he's demonstrating he can win. Even
It's
with
true.
his next card.
True.
I wouldn't have flipped it, though. He hadn't shown a solemn yet.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have mattered either way.
Your
But
opponent knows you
side
named
decking.
solemn.
Oh, right, yeah.
Not even side decking, just the thought process of that might be solemn is...
Well, maybe he's just that.
I guess that I said that the Nano played a really basic deck last week. I shouldn't say that because he did play Solemns in Chaos, and that's not the most normal thing.
Are they both using the same deck that they used last time?
I don't have the deck list, so I don't know.
I'm gonna try to get the deck list up.
Because if so, then this really is like a decider for the championship.
So this is the Nanos deck. Last time was 3 Solemns, 2 Upstarts, Thunder Dragons, 3 Dakochis, double Chaos Sorcerer, and then he sided like Drag Down to the Grave and Cyberjar and Monster Reincarnation. And then Geist ran triple Blade Knight, double Chaos Sorcerer, triple Grandmaster Suzuki,